Okay, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're going to do some long wear summery makeup. And I also have this new to me, this has actually been out on the market for a very long time. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick for sculpting, and I want to show you how it performs and how to use it. Especially, I think this can apply to anytime you maybe get a hold of a sculpting product that might be a little warm, and kind of a versatile way to use it. Aside from, we're going to treat this more like a bronzer because it's quite warm. It is quite warm, but I found that it can be beautiful as a bronzer rather than worrying about treating it like a contour, which is how it's marketed. They should have just marketed this as a bronzer, but whatever. Yeah, I thought I'd show you how you can kind of make something like that work for you on really pale skin. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. And we're going to be focused on long wear because it's hot, it's humid, it's summer. I'm going to be going to a outdoor event today, so outdoor event. I'm going to a crawfish bowl. But I thought I'd show you kind of my go-to pretty summer look for a little day out kind of thing. So yeah, let's dive in. So I've already done my brows. I've put on all my skincare and my SPF. Went with kind of a lightweight moisturizer. I used the Clarins Hydra Essential, which is more like a water cream. I thought that would be a little bit better option today. And I've put on my SPF, which is the Dewy Tree Urban Shade SPF 50. Very gentle on my skin. It's kind of a soothing, comforting product. It has, I believe it has ceramide in it. I can't remember. It has something that's meant to soothe reactive skin, and it's a mineral SPF, and it's non-greasy. So the first thing I am going to do though to bring some warmth into the skin is go in some warmth and glow. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This one's a shade Deep on me, and it gives a really nice kind of bronze effect to my skin and glow. It kind of does a little bit of everything. I was swatching foundation real quick. Anyways, this is a really good one for just bringing some warmth into the skin because it is a little deep on me. But you can see it's a bit deeper than my skin tone, but it's a sheer product. It just will give a nice, lovely warmth. And it kind of treat it almost like what you would do with like a bronzing drop or something. So I'm going to focus this on the perimeter of the face and neck. I'm doing a little bit of a broader application with it, not being too precise or anything. So we're just going to treat it as a primer pretty much too. And then we'll just take a little foundation brush and buff this out and make sure we get the ears. And I'm bringing it down the neck, a little bit onto the eyelid even, like brow bone, just kind of all over. And this also offers a little bit of coverage too, so that is a nice perk of it, because we're going to be doing a light coverage application with our foundation. We're doing face first today. We're keeping the eyes super chill. I'm not going to be doing a eyeliner or anything too complex there. I think I might throw on a couple individual lashes. But I've started a new eye drop, and until I get used to it and adjusted, my eyes are happy with it, I don't want to put any eyeliner in my waterline just yet. You know, just trying to be a little more gentle around the eyes at the moment. I've started a drop for ocular hypertension. I'm on like day 3. So my eyes are kind of in that little bit of adjustment stage with the drops where they can be a little sensitive. But that's gotten a lot better. The first day I used it, but yeah, now they feel fine. Anyway, I don't want to push my luck. So now for foundation, we're going to use the Urban Decay Face Bond, which is a very versatile foundation. It can go from light, medium, full coverage, and everywhere in between. And to apply it today, to get that kind of light coverage level from it, we're going to use it with a beauty sponge, which is also from Urban Decay. I want to give this a shake. So I'm just going to use a little bit on the back of my hand here. Take some on my sponge, and we'll just start to tap a bit of this on. This is a very, very long wear foundation, so I think it'll be perfect for today. And we're just going to use it in a very light application to even out the skin tone more than anything. And because we put the flawless filter, or not flawless filter, but the e.l.f. filter, halo filter underneath, it's gonna give some glow through it, because this is more of a soft matte, leaning a little satin finish. It's a very, very adjustable foundation. And my beauty blender is damp. And it's one of those foundations you don't have to powder. It sets down on its own. but we will set the under eye, of course, and maybe a light dusting just for longevity's sake, because it is quite hot and sunny today. And just make sure those blended down the neck. No lines of demarcation going on. Just very minimal product here. Taking just a turn a bit more just for the forehead. There we go. Just a nice light layer. Now what I'm going to do is move on to that bronzing stick here. Or well, it's in the shade Curvy Contour. That's kind of a funny name. I would not call this a contour by any stretch of the imagination. This is a bronzer in a stick. You know what would be a really good dupe for it? The Where's Walnut from Wet n Wild in their little mega sticks. Yeah. Anyway, this is a very blendable product, very easy to use, but on me, it's definitely something that needs a light hand because it is quite warm. So what I'm going to do is, instead of applying it as like a contour, I'm going to apply it where I would a bronzer in a bronzer fashion. So we're going to go a little bit higher on the cheeks, like right here. And I'm just going to tap some on it. You see how warm that is? Like, it's very reddish, which suits me in a way that looks like a tan on me, more so than like a sculpt, because I go a little red when I have a tan or get in the sun. And I'm going to take a little brush here, so I usually use for like cream bronzer. This is the e.l.f. Dual Complexion brush, and I'm just going to tap this out right here. And so it's given a really nice warmth. And inherently, as I've talked about before, you can get some sculpt with your bronzer, like a bronzer. It's gonna put some shape to the face. It's just not gonna be that chiseled, sculpted, super cool tone contour look. It's a different look, but it's still very pretty. And to me, a little bit probably more approachable and effortless feel to do more of a bronzer, which that's why I think that's more popular to do just on the day-to-day. Or I apply this more so where like the sun would hit around the perimeter of the face. And I really do like the tone of this on me. And yeah, so if you end up though with like something that is a sculpting product that is too warm to sculpt with, just treat it as a bronzer. And yeah, it can work really well. I think sometimes we accidentally buy things thinking, oh well, it says contour and the color looks good in the store. Then you'll like get home with it and you're like, oh, oopsie. You can still make it work and use that product. You can just tweak the way you were gonna use it. So I'm taking a little bit around the forehead here. Some little dashes. I'm gonna work that back into the hairline. But you can see how easily this blends. Like, I'm not having any trouble blending it out. And it has no shimmer and it's not greasy. It actually just has a nice skin-like texture to it and finish that looks really pretty and can look very natural. And I think this shade would suit a good bit of skin tone for bronzers because it is very buildable. You can definitely layer this up. Like, I'm using like the least on me. But I can see some versatility from this shade. But yeah, if you're looking for a drugstore dupe, Where's Walnut from Wet n Wild I think would be pretty dead on. And the formulation on those mega sticks from Wet n Wild is actually beautiful. I know you think you see like a $3 or $4 mega stick, chubby stick thing from Wet n Wild, you think, oh, that's gonna be greasy. No, those are beautiful products. The blushes, all of them, really nice. I'm gonna take this little side of my Dual Complexion. We can come a little bit on the nose, right around here. Just bring in a little bit of shape and sculpt. And kind of a little bit of a broad application, and when we go in with the concealer, it'll sculpt it out a little more in a very soft way, where it doesn't feel like it's an intentional bronze or intentional sculpting. It's very easy to do. So you're gonna have a little bit of a tan nose for a moment, but have no fear. Also, you can take like this with your brush to get a little more control if you want to. I usually do this with more like liquid products. Okay, I'm gonna take some down here. And I learned this new trick from Nikki LaRose. I was watching her do Allie Glon's makeup. Sculpting right here. the side of the neck. Oh my goodness. That is such a wonderful technique. Instead of bringing the bronzer down here, which I would normally do, right here. And it makes the neck look just sleek and a little bit longer. I have a very short, pudgy neck. I'm a very trap forward kind of gal, high shoulders. So I need all the little bit of length I can get on my neck. And I think that really does help and kind of help really sculpt the jaw and everything and create this really pretty, sleek appearance. Just to make sure you blend really well, obviously. So I'm kind of starting to, like right here at the ear and the curve of my jaw where they meet. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit under the jawline and then down the side of the neck right there. I'd never seen anybody apply bronzer like that or any sort of sculpting product, and I just thought that was absolutely genius. And I tried it a couple of times now and it was just beautiful. It had such a lovely effect and just gives such a nice warmth and I have a natural kind of tan to my skin. And just I think it makes the jawline contour blend really easily. You can take a little bit just under here just to sculpt that out a bit. I'm not going to bring it down too far. Right there. And just make sure that is blended. Okay, that is looking really nice. Really nice. Now, you can take your little sponge. If you need to, just kind of give a little tip tap over to make sure everything is looking good blended. I think that really sculpts out the jawline so well while giving this really nice warmth. On the small side here of the dual complexion, I'm going to take some of this through the crease right here on this outer part and really bring it up towards the temple. Buff that out. This gives a really nice lift right here, brings out the cheekbones a bit more. And because we're doing this before concealer, you don't have to worry about if it gets a little messy or away from you, because we can adjust it. This is my sandwich technique. All right, I'm going to take a little bit around the lips. Add a little sculpt. There's something about the tone of this and just the ease of blend that I'm really enjoying. And it's not a color I would have picked for myself, but they sent it over and I tried it out. I was like, oh, well, what do you know? Now I'm going to move over to a little bit of this Halo Glow Beauty Wand blush, and we're going to use the shade Magic Hour, which is kind of a bronzier, warm, shimmery blush tone. I think it could be really pretty today for our underpainting or for our little liquid cream blush moment. So I'm going to take that on a little brush here. I'm just going to use the same one I did with my skin enhancer. I'm just going to take some off the thing. And we're going to tap a little bit of this right here as well. And this is going to give us some highlight also. I'm really liking this shade for the summer months because it has such a nice kind of sun-kissed warmth within it. And I am just tapping everything in, no swiping. Just focus it right out there. And I'm gonna let some of this come over onto this part of the lid where we put the bronzer also. And just whatever's left, bring right there. And I am gonna put just a tiny bit of the Halo Glow Beauty Wand in Champagne Campaign just for a bit of true like highlight. But it's gonna be fairly subtle because we're gonna do it underneath everything else. Because we're gonna be doing some concealer and powder over. It's just gonna kind of peep through and look a little bit softer. So I'm just gonna tap that like right here. In the middle of the brow bone. I really think the Face Bond foundation paired with a flawless filter or that e.l.f. Halo Glow is so pretty. They're like a match made in heaven for like long wear, glowy skin. And now we'll do a bit of concealer. This is the Kosas concealer. And I don't think we need a ton, just a little bit around the eye to brighten up right here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit there. A little bit right here. And right up here to the side of the nose. Up onto the side a bit. Right there. Here. And then I'll go down the center of the nose. Sponge to blend out around the face here. Lightly tap that out, and then under the eye I'm going to take my little brush. Just pat that out a little bit, come over here, brighten up this inner corner. Again, I'm keeping my coverage a little pretty light. And then I'll take the sponge and just kind of merge all that together. And now I'm going to set my under eye. I'll use a little bit of the By Terry powder because this one's super long wearing. This is the By Terry Hydra Powder in the colorless one. And I'm going to take a little bit of that on my puff, blur puff, set the under eye. And we'll put a little bit in the T-zone as well, just for a little extra setting. Not necessary with the Urban Decay foundation, but I think it'll be okay. I just want to get that really kind of poreless look right there by pressing this in. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of powder bronzer just to go over top, do a little reinforcing, a little bit of layering. Again, increases the longevity. So I'm taking the NARS Laguna today, just because it's one that I just have and haven't used in a bit. It's just a little mini baby one. I take a pretty nice big fluffy brush here. And just come right where we applied that bronzer. On the forehead. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and run a little bit of this on the outer corner of the eye. The same placement that we do with the cream. And now for powder blush, I'm going to take MAC Warm Soul because it's a warm toasty blush and I feel like it just suits the look. So we do the same thing. I'm going to take a little bit of this right here. Warm Soul does have a little bit of glow in it, so it looks really, really pretty on the skin. Gives this very nice lit from within glow. Now let's jump to eyes. So that's pretty much the skin done. For eyes, I'm going to start with the e.l.f. No Budge Stick, just for the longevity of it and that little bit of glow that it has. This is the shade Rose Gold, which is not very rose gold, it's more of a soft icy pink, if anything, but it's hardly any color to it. But it works really well as an eyeshadow base. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on the lid. You see, it really didn't do a whole lot. Well, it just didn't show me because it's like my skin tone. And then I'll just diffuse that a little bit. I found this really helps with longevity. gonna take some of this on the lower lash line as well. And now for eyeshadow, I'm going to use I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona, and I know this doesn't seem like the most summery of palettes, but there is some warm tones in here that I think can be really pretty, like these peachy shades, and I think I just want to use like a pop of the shimmer from here, because we've done most of our kind of sculpting around the eyes with the bronzer and everything, but I just want to add just a kiss, like very minimal little bit here. So I'm just going to take an E25, and we'll go into the shade called Wit right here, and I'm just going to apply that right out here. Okay. And then I'm going to go down to the shade Vogue, which is a little bit deeper, kind of a rosy peach. I'm just going to tap into that and press that right here on the outer corner. And then take it right into that socket on the outer portion. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, let's see here, I'm going to take a touch of filigree, which is this one right here. Just like the smallest little amount. Same brush. Just going to touch into that. And press just a bit right here on the outer part of the lid. Just the tiniest little bit right out there. And then I'm gonna just diffuse that over this way. Okay, I want to take a little brush here. So take this little flat brush, a bit more filigree, and I'm gonna run that under here. For a little definition. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more Wit, that lighter peach. Just come right here. Soften that out. I'm gonna take some of the shade called Sheen, which is this one right here. And we're gonna just apply a little bit of that with, I'm gonna start with my E25. I'm just gonna clean it off. Just paint that across. Like that, and it just gives the prettiest sheen and glow. Back to my little flat brush, I'm gonna put a little bit of this right here. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of Muse, which is this one. And I put some of that just on the inner, more so on the inner part right here. That's got really nice fun sparkle. It's one of the Wet Effect shades. Just gives a really nice, pretty, glittery glow. Okay, pretty. A bit of the dark brown in here, Silhouette. Just a cool tone dark brown. A little bit at the lashes, on the upper lash line. I'm going to put on a little mascara. I'm going to use the Panorama from L'Oreal. I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to put on a couple of little individual clusters from the new Natural line from Kiss. I'm going to go with the shorts, I believe, just to keep it kind of chill. Maybe throw a medium in there. We'll see. We'll see where I end up. But I really enjoy these lashes. They are so pretty. Let that get good and dry. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and fluff my hair out. And we'll do lips. Now, for lips, I'm going to take, surprise, MAC Cork. I know. Do a little line. And for lipstick, I'm going to do one of the Vinyl Inks from Maybelline. And this is the shade Peachy. I think Peachy would be pretty with this. Again, long wear. And peachy is very much a your lips but better kind of shade for me. Pairing it with the lip liner, I think it looks really nice. And I don't have to worry about it migrating. So yeah, okay. Let's do a little setting spray. We use Milani Make It Last because I'm almost done with it. This is our look all complete. I think it turned out really pretty. It's soft, it's summery, it's bronzy and warm, yet not crazy warm. We didn't go into like gold and bronze and on the eyes. I like how effortless the eyes look, but still special with that sparkle. And add that little cluster of individual lashes at the outer corner just gives a little something so you look pretty and put together, but it's not overdone. Does that make sense? And yeah, the skin looks warm, toasty, as toasty as it gets for me, and sculpted, but not obviously sculpted. I don't know, I just really like the way everything came together, and I think it's very kind of a fresh look, really kind of perfect for summertime. So yeah, definitely gonna be long wear, which I'm happy about, yet still glowy. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you want to see some more long wear summertime looks and product recommendations and all that, let me know down below. But yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.